Hi there, this is Cristina Dougherty with Cristina Dougherty and Associates, and today we are talking with Mary Hurley from RGS Title in Oakton, and you'll want to hear what she has to say. So Mary, tell me how 2019 is starting in the title world. So Mary and RGS Oakton obviously works with multiple real estate agents and companies, so they kind of have a little broader definition of what's going on in our local market. So how's it going?
It's going well right now. Things have definitely started to pick up. Seasonally, or typically, we expect to see slowdowns like we have had in December and first part of January, but we see things starting to pick up again in the end of January, right now from mid-January to end of January.
Okay.
And I think that it's attributable in the most part due to the season. You have Christmas, you have New Year's, and therefore people are thinking about that, and they're getting ready to start becoming more interested in looking for homes and buying homes. And because now they've moved past that, they see family, they've had family over to their house, they may want a bigger house because they couldn't fit all their family and friends. and so things definitely start to break loose once you've moved past those holidays.
Okay. What other factors, do you think there are any other factors right now that are kind of contributing to February being our stronger month versus January?
Certainly there's the weather. I think a lot of people were inside because of the cold temperatures, but I think we're headed towards warmer temperatures, and that always promotes people getting out of their house and therefore looking at properties and getting excited about spring.
And you had some really good points. We were talking earlier about clientele that have something to sell, maybe a little bit older clientele. They've been in their house 30, 35 years, and now they're looking at next steps. What was your take on that?
My take on that is it's a bit of a struggle for those people because they have built equity in their homes. They're ready to sell and they're ready to go to a space that's smaller, and yet finding a smaller space but not in a much higher sales price range, if you will.
Right.
Because again, they built that equity for that next step, and they don't necessarily want to incur higher expense or more expense for a smaller space.
Right.
So I think that struggle is real, and they know they couldn't buy the same home for the same price that they bought theirs at, and build equity at the same time for the eventuality of moving out of even that space.
Yeah, so definitely we have people looking for a lot of one-level living. If that includes, condos with elevators, which we don't have a lot of in the immediate Fairfax area because we have older condos. Before elevators were really in vogue, and now, certainly in Loudoun they have more of those. But even single family, like Ramblers, Ramblers were really in vogue in the 70s, and then they went out of style. Now we're desperate for Ramblers on smaller lots simply because people don't want the maintenance, but they may need that one-level living.
One-level living, like you said. Yeah. And then also we're seeing that builders are busier because then they can design the house, a one-level space, much easier maybe than they might otherwise, and not necessarily need to go to an outlying area. So they're not far away from, say, the city life that they may enjoy, but still get a small space for a reasonable amount of money.
Right. Okay, well, hopefully you've learned something and you've enjoyed this, and we appreciate Mary being with us, and thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you soon.